Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got a really particularly interesting knife unboxing video to share with you guys. I'm actually bumping this up the queue really quickly. You guys are seeing this, I think, just a day after these released. I'm sure other content creators did it on the day or before that, whatever, that's fine. I don't need to be first, but I did bump this up because I think this is really cool, and I'm actually kind of for this, at least with this initial release. This is the Civivi Elite series, and you know, what people are going to do, and what I did is, oh great, an opportunity for Civivi to charge us more money, right? Not like their prices haven't been growing into the kind of eyebrow-raising territory over the last few years. Yeah, that's a natural thought. But I think what they did here is pretty neat, and I already know what the price tag is. I'm not too upset by the price tag. All that's left is to actually experience these and see how good of a job they did. Thanks so much to Civivi and and Sencut for sending these in. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Make sure your notifications are turned on for the Metal Complex YouTube channel. So this is called the Brova. So what do we have here? We got the gray with the black, and we got the black with the, okay, I'm gonna save that one. That's the one I was hoping they sent me. We'll go with this one first. Yes, I'll give one away. All right, okay, I will. You gotta let me keep one of them. I'll give the other one away. Look at the pouch. Neat. So, the other cool thing, boy, it does feel nice. The other cool thing about, look how they milled that perimeter line. Really neat. This is Civivi's first button top liner lock. It's about time. I mean, the market hasn't quite been dominated by this locking system yet. I mean, it will be. Eventually, it'll be just as common as the crossbar lock. But this is a good thing, because this is, in my opinion, a superior locking system. It's about time they did this, but I think the best move, here's what would have made me really irritated. They dropped their first button top liner in aluminum and 14C28N and then charged $90 for it. I'd have been like, come on, right? No, instead they did something interesting. They bumped up to the very odd, the strange, in my opinion, one of the strangest price ranges in the knife world, 100 to 150. And they delivered a knife with materials that actually does work there. But they gave us also their top liner lock. Good looking hollow crowns. Oh my gosh. So this is, of course, it's wonderful. Now, we have to do this. I'm just going to hold it like this. My gloves aren't down here. We do have to test it. No surprise there, it's Civivi. Of course they did it exactly right. Wonderful, wonderful. Thumb studs in the right place too. Nice and domed. Woo! I like that button too. That's real nice. You know, I like pretty much everything about this. Of course, they're like, we have to have our little Loch Ness Monster clip. I like pretty much everything about this. It does feel like a stepped up Civivi. Now, still a Chinese product. This is aluminum and S35VN. Civivi's absolutely phenomenal hollow grind and factory edge has been applied here. I would venture to guess that the HRC on their S35VN is probably 59 to 61. We have a little piece of paper here that'll tell us. Nope. On this one, well, this is this one's coded. So on this one it says 58 to 60. 59 to 61 is fine for S35VN. This is a little low. Their geometry, obviously, is going to help that a little bit. But I'd bet that their non-coded versions of these are probably 59 to 61. Be interesting to get some data from Taylor after a bit. Now, this other one here, this is the one I said, holy moly. That's super cool. That's going to be popular. Oh, sick. It's awesome. I love this color combination. That is super cool. So, you know, as I started to say, absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. As I started to say, it is a Chinese product. We have aluminum and S35VN. Yes, S35VN is still a fairly pricey steel. It is absolutely still a super steel, and I'll remind everybody, even people who are like, I'm bored of it. It's one of the only steels in existence that was originally developed specifically for pocket knives. It absolutely is one of those handful of steels that is just about perfect for EDC. To this day, S35VN remains to be one of my favorite steels of all time. I prefer S35VN over steels like M390. I think the balance is just better, even if the edge retention isn't quite as good or the corrosion resistance isn't quite as good. The toughness and edge stability and the fact that you still get pretty good elements everywhere else, and on top of that, it's easier to sharpen. Way easier to sharpen when it's properly heat treated versus properly heat treated M390. I just find it to have a better balance, right? The popularity with steels like MagnaCut proves that there are lots of people who think similarly to me. S35VN is different than MagnaCut, but the fact that MagnaCut does not have edge retention that is, better or even, at M390 at the appropriate HRC, the edge retention on M390 will be substantially better than MagnaCut. But MagnaCut's claim to fame is balance with toughness, right? My point is that edge retention is clearly not the end-all be-all when it comes to knife steel preference. So that's part of the reason, the reason I personally like S35VN is I really don't like to sharpen. I don't like to. So when I have to do it, I prefer that it's a little easier. I prefer that I get, I feel like I get more mileage out of each sharpening because it doesn't, it's not that I get more mileage. So that's a bad example. It doesn't take me, what's the right way to say this? It doesn't cost me as much to fill up. The tank's smaller, but it still goes pretty far. I don't know. Choose the analogy that works best. We have aluminum, we have S35VN, we have Civivi's build quality, their legendary hollow grind and factory edge, right? Their fit and finish is absolutely top tier. Is this a $123 knife? That's what they want to charge for it. We will have people going, well, it's a Civivi, so I can't pay that much for a Civivi. It's not. So what if we if we just had a different logo on here, then it would magically make it more justifiable? That's not how that works. If you take the absolute best competition out there that is a USA-made knife, the Kershaw Bel Air, it's up there, what is that, 165 or so? You don't have to pay that much more for, a lot of people would say a superior knife that's built in the USA. I think superior, that's going to be a matter of opinion, right? Crossbar lock versus top liner. The top liner, in my opinion, is going to be more reliable. And it has a detent, all of that. But this is produced in China. Could they have produced it for a little less? I think they probably could, but I think the price is pretty close to where it should be, right? I think it would have been absolutely shocking if they sold this for $100 or less. Could it have been 110, 115 or so? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not mad at the $123 price tag. In fact, I think that what Civivi should do, what we should do with the Civivi brand is do stuff like this with Civivi. If you're going to charge us more, go ahead and put a premium steel on there. But do premium builds and tackle that 1 to 150 zone and let Sencut be the dominant budget brand, right? Do your 14C28Ns and your Nitro Vs and all of that stuff with Sencut. Keep it under, $75. And let the majority of the Civivi stuff, use Civivi as that mid-tier brand. Because there aren't really a ton of companies doing incredible things between 1 and 150. There's some okay stuff, but a lot of the stuff between 1 and 150 makes you go, I'd rather spend a little less and just get this. Or I'd rather spend a little more and just get this. That's what we see. So as much as I've complained about Civivi and, knives and, their pricing over the years, I think this is a W. I think this is super cool. It feels like a $120 knife. It's nice. It does not feel like a standard Civivi budget knife. Now, had they textured it or done some, that's about all that this is missing. An inlay, some texturing, something like that. If they can mess around with that, I think that they've got it just right. But as far as this release goes, this feels pretty good. I'll review it. I'm going to obviously carry this. I'm going to keep this one because I like the look of that one a little better. But I'll give this one away. Super cool. I like it. I hope Civivi does more of this. I think they obviously plan to. They don't need somebody like me going, yeah, you should do more of these. You'll be successful. obviously. I think we're going to see a ton of button-operated top liner locks throughout the lines. Hopefully send cuts, more Civivis, and I think we'll see it in their Wii lineup as well. So anyways, that's going to be it for me today, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Links in the description for this guy. I hope they last. I imagine these are going to be popular. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex. I'll go right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.